Close your eyes. Now imagine. You can never open them again. The last thing you saw was the face of your son, the son you love more than anything in this world, and you know in your heart that you will never see him again. But here's the unbelievable part. You chose this blindness. You cried so much for so many years that your eyes turned white. Your own sons begged you to stop. Father, you're killing yourself. But you couldn't stop, because true hope never dies. This is the story of Prophet Yaqub, the man who cried until he went blind, but never stopped believing. If you already subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let us walk through one of the most emotional stories in the entire Quran. Bismillah Rahmanir Rahim. Yaqub alayhi salam, also known as Jacob in English or Israel, that Israel was not just any man. He was the grandson of Ibrahim alayhi salam, the friend of Allah. He was the son of Ishaq alayhi salam. He was a prophet chosen by Allah to guide the children of Israel. He had everything: a blessed lineage, prophethood, 12 sons who would become the 12 tribes of Israel. And among those 12 sons there was one who shone brighter than all the rest: Yusuf, young, beautiful, pure of heart. Yaqub loved all his children, but Yusuf, there was something special about him. One morning Yusuf came to his father with a dream. "Oh, my father, I saw 11 stars and the sun and the moon, I saw them prostrating to me." Surah Yusuf, Ayah 4. Yaqub's heart trembled. He knew this was not just a dream, this was a vision from Allah. His son would be great, he would be a prophet, kings would bow before him. But Yaqub also knew something else. He looked into Yusuf's innocent eyes and said, "My son, do not tell this dream to your brothers. Shaitan will make them jealous and they will plot against you." Surah Yusuf, Ayah 5. And Yaqub was right. Because when you have something beautiful, not everyone can handle it. The other brothers saw the love. They saw the attention and jealousy that poison began to grow. Chapter 2. The lie that changed everything. 3:15 to 5:45. The brothers made a plan. A terrible plan. Let's get rid of Yusuf, then our father will love us. One day they came to Yaqub. "Father, don't you trust us with Yusuf? Let him come play with us tomorrow. We'll take care of him." Yaqub's heart sank. He felt something dark. He said, "It saddens me that you should take Hyman. I fear a wolf may eat him while you are not paying attention." Surah Yusuf, Ayah 13. They laughed. "A wolf? We are so many. How could a wolf harm him?" But they had already decided. The next day they took Yusuf. They threw him into a dark well, and they left him there, alone, crying in the darkness. Then they did something unforgivable. They killed a sheep, smeared its blood on Yusuf's shirt, and came back to their father crying fake tears. Father, we were racing and we left Yusuf with our things and a wolf ate him." They showed him the shirt, covered in blood. Now imagine, you are Yaqub. You warned them about the wolf, and now your worst fear has come true. Your beloved son, your Yusuf, is dead. What do? Do you scream? Do you collapse? Do you curse your sons? No. Yaqub looked at the shirt. He looked at his sons, and he said something that still echoes through history. Rather, your souls have enticed you to something. So patience is most fitting, and Allah is the one sought for help against what you describe. Surah Yusuf, Ayah 18. Beautiful patience. Sabrun Jameel. But inside his heart was breaking. Chapter 3. The eyes that cried white. 5:45 to 8:45. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Months became years. And Yaqub couldn't stop thinking about Yusuf. Every night would pray, "Ya Allah, bring him back to me." Every morning he would wake up hoping maybe today Yusuf will return. But he never did. And so Yaqub cried. He cried in the darkness of the night. He cried when no one was watching. He cried so much that his eyes began to change. The tears, endless tears, damaged his eyes. Slowly his vision began to fade. The world became blurry. Colors turned to shadows. Shadows turned to darkness. His eyes turned white. completely white. He was blind. His sons saw this. They saw their father wasting away. One of them said, "By Allah, you will not cease remembering Yusuf until you become fatally iller, become of those who perish." Surah Yusuf, Ayah 85. Translation: Father, stop. You're killing yourself. Yusuf is dead. Let him go. But Yaqub, though he was blind even, though his body was weak as faith was stronger than ever. He turned to them and said, "I only complain of my suffering and my grief to Allah, and I know from Allah that which you do not know." Surah Yusuf, Ayah 86. What did he know? He knew that Allah never breaks his promises. He knew that Yusuf's dream had to come true. He knew that one day the 11 stars would bow. So even in blindness and in pain he had hope. Subhanallah. Do you understand what this means? Yaqub couldn't see, but he could feel Allah's plan. We think sight is in the eyes. No, true sight is in the heart. But the test wasn't over. In fact, it was about to get worse. Years passed. There was a famine in the land. The brothers heard that there was food in Egypt, so they traveled there. They stood before the minister of Egypt, not knowing that this powerful man was their own brother, Yusuf. Yusuf recognized them immediately, but he didn't reveal himself. He gave them grain, but he made a plan. He wanted to see his younger brother Binyamin, the only full brother he had. So he said, "Bring me your younger brother. If you don't, you'll get no grain from me." The brothers returned to Yaqub. "Father, send Binyamin with us." Yaqub's heart stopped. "Not again. Should I trust you with him as I trusted you with his brother before?" Surah Yusuf, Ayah 64. But they swore. They made promises. And Yaqub, even though every part of him screamed nitrogen monoxide, he let Binyamin go. And what happened? Yusuf, through a clever plan, kept Binyamin in Egypt. The brothers returned, empty-handed, again, and they said to their father, "Your son has stolen. He's been kept as a slave in Egypt." Now Yaqub, he was already blind. He had already lost Yusuf. And now Binyamin too? He could have given up. He could have cursed the sky. But instead, he said, "Perhaps Allah will bring them to me all together." Indeed, it is He who is the knowing, the wise. Surah Yusuf, Ayah 83. And then the Quran says, "And he turned away from them and said, 'Oh, my sorrow over Yusuf.' And his eyes became white from grief, and he was filled with suppressed grief." Surah Yusuf, Ayah 84. He cried again, even though he had no tears left. Even though he was already blind, he cried, because sometimes pain has no limit, but neither does faith. Then came the day that changed everything. In Egypt, Yusuf finally revealed himself to his brothers. He forgave them. And he said, "Take this shirt of mine and cast it over my father's face. He will become seeing. And bring me your family, all of them." Surah Yusuf, Ayah 93. The brothers took the shirt. They began the long journey back to Canaan. Meanwhile, in Canaan, Yaqub was sitting, blind, waiting, hoping. And suddenly he lifted his head. He smelled something familiar, something from far, far away. He said, "Indeed, I find the smell of Yusuf. If you would not think me senile, ... double quotes, Surah Yusuf, Ayah 94. His son said, "By Allah, you're still in your old confusion." They thought he was losing his mind. But Yaqub knew. He KNEW. Then the caravan arrived. The brothers came. They carried the shirt, and they placed it over Yaqub's face. And in that moment, subhanallah, his sight returned. Immediately, the whiteness disappeared. The world came back, colors, light, life, and the first thing he saw after years of darkness was his sons returned, safe. And he knew Yusuf was alive. He said, "Did I not tell you that I know from Allah what you do not know?" Surah Yusuf, Ayah 96. Then they all traveled to Egypt. And Yusuf, now the minister, took his parents and placed them on the throne beside him, and his 11 brothers bowed before him. The dream had come true. Yaqub fell into prostration, thanking Allah. After all those years, after all that pain, after blindness, after loss, Allah kept His promise. So what do we learn from this? Why does Allah tell us this story? Brothers and sisters, life will test you. You will lose things you love, people you love, dreams you had. And in those moments you have two choices. You can give up, or you can be like Yaqub. Yaqub never said, "Why me, Allah?" He never said, "I don't deserve this." He said, "I complain only to Allah." He kept his pain between him and his Creator. That's Sabrun Jameel. Beautiful patience. Patience that doesn't complain to people. Patience that doesn't lose hope. Patience that says, "Yeah, Allah, I trust you." And what did Allah say about him? And mention in the book, Ibrahim, Ishaq, and Yaqub. They were men of strength and vision. We chose them for an exclusive quality, remembrance of the home of the hereafter. Surah Sad, Ayah 45-46. Yaqub is mentioned among the greatest, not because his life was easy, but because when it was hard, he never let go of Allah. Today, right now, some of you watching this are going through your own test. Maybe you lost someone. Maybe you're sick. Maybe you feel like your dua isn't being answered. Remember Yaqub, he cried for years. He went blind, but he never stopped believing. And Allah forgot him. The help is coming. The relief is near. You just have to hold on. Make this dua with me. Ya Allah, just as you reunited Yaqub with Yusuf, reunite us with what we have lost. Just as you restored his sight, restore our hearts. Give us Sabrun Jameel, beautiful patience, and never let us lose hope in you. Ameen. If this story touched your heart, share it. Your friend might need to hear it today. Subscribe to the channel so we can bring you more stories like this. And remember, the night is darkest just before Fajr, and your Fajr is coming. Assalamu alaikum.